So good morning, everyone. Before I finally start, though, let me check with our participants if you clearly see my screen and also clearly hear my voice. No, kindly type in yes po sa ating chat box so that we are on the same page, or if there are issues with my connection as well. Kindly type in yes if naririnig niyo po ako na clear, and also you can see my deck clearly. Ayan. We have yes from Sir Arnick. We also have hi, Sir Homer. Good morning, everyone. And so I can start, no? So again, thank you for interacting with me. So please do keep that attitude as well, no, at the end, until the end of our webinar. So let me just introduce myself. I am Isnara Drampatun. You can call me Tara for short. I am the Mindanao Business Development and Market Education Associate from First Metro Securities, the stock brokerage house of the Metro Bank Group. So again, good morning po sa lahat. Magandang umaga. I know it's a Saturday, so I'm not gonna keep longer hours with you, no? So let's keep this very simple lang yung discussion natin with the stock market 101. Okay? Ayan, so for those who are new sa ating sessions, no, basically yung First Metro Securities is meron tayong focus on financial literacy and creating awareness of investment opportunities that empower both individuals like us. We also have institutions to attain their financial goals. At the same time, we envision it as the largest and also most trusted Philippine investment solutions partner. So for this short 1 hour session with you guys, it's my honor and also pleasure to serve you today as your speaker and also as your host. Okay? Now, sharing with you some of our recent na mga financial literacy sessions on-site, face-to-face. I think before pandemic, full on siya. I think right now, medyo lessen na restrictions, and then medyo higher na din yung demand for those people na gustong matuto about sa investing and also some other topics of financial literacy. Okay. At the same time, we do have some sessions as well when it comes to fixed income securities. No, for example, Bonds 101, you can also learn more how to invest in corporate bonds, or how does bond investing works. No, at the same time, meron din tayong treasury bills. You can also invest in debt securities from the government. So these are the sessions, I think last April 8 and also March 11, no? But nonetheless, you can actually check out yung recorded session sa ating official YouTube channel. Search lang po natin yung handle at First Metro Sec. Sa YouTube channel po natin yan, okay? Yan. So when it comes to other webinars that we do have, actually monthly meron po kaming basic to intermediate hanggang sa advanced level sessions na available for you guys. So actually in public sessions just like this one, medyo madami. Usually basic 101s, we do have yung for those na gusto medyo intermediate na ang level, we do have best part 1, part 2, and also part 3. So on those kind of sessions, you can actually learn more about technical analysis, some more about ratios, or other metrics na kailangan nyo malaman when it comes to learning ano yung mga good stocks to buy. Okay? So basically, we do have that monthly events na pinopost namin sa aming social media channel. So later, I'll be showing you ano pa yung mga naka-in-store sa ating April events. Okay? Ayan. So to start off our session formally, so and anyway guys, if you do have some of your friends, colleagues, or even family members na gusto pang umattend, you can actually invite them because nagsa-start pa lang tayo, no? Wala pa tayo sa main part of our session. Anyways, this is a free naman po na session. You just have to register na lang po. Okay? Now, furthermore, actually, yung financial literacy here in the Philippines is medyo mababa talaga compared to other neighboring countries, no? When it comes to investing in stocks, other investment vehicles, na bonds, and also mutual funds. So this really indicates, no, na medyo malaki talaga yung gap when it comes to financial knowledge and also investment participation among our fellow citizens. Okay? Now, I think medyo may alam na kayo ng content nito, no? Let's take a look at the alarming number of online fraud incidents here in the Philippines from 2019 to 2023. I think yung recent news about the Pogo, madami doong mga news about the Philippines, no? Kung saan maraming mga reported din na incidents, sangkot yung ibang nating mga citizens. So medyo sad lang yung news, but we try as citizens, no, to help also na i-avoid yung ganitong mga fraud. So in 2019, there were 633 reported incidents. The following year, tumaas siya ng konti. It rose to 869. Fast forward to 2022, we saw a shocking increase to 7,208 incidents. So actually in 2023, almost double na siya, no, to outstanding 14,030 incidents. So right now, we're still getting the 2024 numbers. Hopefully bumaba siya, no. So this data from a survey report from Statista highlights yung growing trend of online fraud that we need to be aware of. Okay? Very short lang, ano ba yung mga examples of online fraud incidents? Yung mga phishing scams, yung mga scammers, tinitrick ka para mag-provide ka ng personal information, bank information. Meron din tayong identity theft, where someone uses your information without your consent. Yung pinaka-common, yung mga online shopping scams kung saan may in-order ka daw pero wala naman talaga ikaw in-order. So, dumadating siya at your house, no? And then kailangan mong bayaran. Okay? So, you need to be parang aware, no, of these scams. At the same time, when it comes to investment scams, medyo madami din where, for example, may mga schemes na nagpa-promise ng high returns. Okay? So, our company, First Metro Securities, we try to fill that gap by providing continuous financial and investment literacy sessions to Filipinos na actually hindi masyado abot ng ganitong opportunity. For example, yung mga OFW natin, gusto nila mag-invest dito sa Pilipinas, or for those younger generation na gusto nilang medyo establish ng konti yung kanilang knowledge about investing, about money 101, or basic concepts of financial literacy. Okay? Now, for this 1 hour session, you guys, hopefully for this one, marami tayong matutunan about stock market investing and how we can take advantage of it. Okay? And so PODs natin, very short lang din. We're going to talk about the following. Number one, where am I in the investor life cycle? Okay. Number two, we will understand how does the stock market work. Number three is we will know what are the advantages of investing regularly. And lastly is we will also know how First Metro Securities can also help. Okay? Now, if you have questions regarding the presentation, feel free to ask in the Q&A part of the Zoom panel. We will answer them later during the live Q&A portion after na po ng presentation. Okay? Ayan. Now, to start off though, where am I in the investor life cycle? Kung sa Tagalog pa, nasaan ako sa investor life cycle, okay? Now, basically, yung ating investor life cycle describes the different stages we go through as investors, okay? Now, nakatulong siya malaman yung stage mo para makagawa ka ng tamang financial decisions, okay? Now, very short descriptions for the different stages, no? For example, number one, yung stage one natin, beginner, meaning nagsisimula ka pa lang mag-invest. Nag-aaral ka pa lang tungkol sa stocks. We also have paano mag-invest. For example, bago ka pa nagbukas ng isang investment account, you are, nag-enroll ka na sa isang short the course or nanonood ka na ng mga webinars just like this one, or starting learning whether by the book or from the professional. Okay? Again, let me just quickly share ulit my screen. I think baka nagkaka-error lang on the other end. Short favor lang guys, if you can see my screen. Ayan, okay. Okay. Ayan. Thank you very much. Thanks, Tim. Okay. Now, again, no, for stage one beginner, this is the time you are still learning about the stock market investing. Okay? Now, stage number 2, tinatawag natin accumulator, kung saan nag-iipon ka na, you are very active in investing para yung goal natin is palaguin yung ating pera. Nakafocus tayo sa growth, pagbuo ng portfolio natin. So for example, nagsiset aside tayo ng small portion of our earnings, no, yung ating income para mag-buy ng stocks regularly. Okay, so that is just an example po. So stage number 3, tinatawag natin na consolidator, meaning nagsasaayos tayo, nag-evaluate tayo ng ating investment strategy. At the same time, nagbabalance din tayo ng risk and return para masigurado natin yung tama yung strategy na pinili natin. Okay, example is pinagsasama natin yung mga investments mo sa iba't ibang stocks or iba't ibang investment vehicle. So baka may naka-invest ka na bonds, we also have real estate or mutual funds para ma-reduce natin, no, or ma-manage natin yung ating risk. Okay? And also, we do have stage number 4, okay? Preserver or nagpapalago. So, this one, pinaprotektahan natin yung ating naipundar na pera, no? Naghahanap na tayo ng mga low-risk investments, okay? Para secure natin, no, na steady yung ating income over time. So, example, in-invest natin yung pera sa mas safer na options or low-risky investments. For example, bonds or government fixed income securities, okay, para sa future. Okay? Now, lastly is tinatawag natin na spender. Okay, so ginagamit niya na yung mga returns na kanyang investment para sa kanyang retirement or some of his of her dream goals. Okay, so for example, nakafocus na siya sa sustainable withdrawal and also legacy planning. So example ito, ine-enjoy niya na yung mga returns niya through buying, for example, renovation sa house niya or baka gusto niyang mag-set aside for para sa kanyang mga naiwan na mga dependents. Okay? Now, as a reflection, no, doon sa stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, saan kaya tayo dito? Okay? Kindly type in po sa ating chat box. Saan kaya tayo sa investor life cycle? Okay? So, dapat natin malaman anong stage para we do have that initial knowledge, no, na how to create that strategy. Okay? Let me just check the chat box. Ayan, meron isa, sabi niya accumulator, meaning stage number 2 si Sir. Merong ding isa, hindi pa sure. Sabi niya bet 2 or 3. So, in between pa si Sir. In between accumulator and also consolidator. Merong another one. Sabi niya, accumulator. Okay? So, ganun lang guys. You can PM me if you don't want your answers to be seen from other na mga attendees or you can put it sa chat box. Okay? So again, majority of you answered accumulator and then meron isa na consolidator. Right? Ayan. Thank you guys. So I hope we get a better idea kung saan tayo sa investor life cycle. Mas madali nating ma-understand, no, kung anong hakbang pwede nating gawin for the next part of our life. Okay? Lalo na kung long term, no, yung goal natin at kung gusto natin pumasok sa stock market. Okay? Yan. Now, sa mga susunod na slides, no, pag-uusapan natin yung fundamentals ng stock market dito sa Pilipinas at kung paano natin magagamit yung knowledge na ito upang makagawa ng smart investment decisions. Okay? So, tandaan natin yung ating long-term investing, may isang journey at tamang kaalaman ang magiging guide mo sa pag-abot ng iyong financial goals. Okay? Now, let's finally start learning about stocks, though. So let's discuss the basic concept of stock market investing. Okay, so yung tinatawag natin na stocks represents part ownership in a publicly listed company. So it's like owning the business pero hindi ikaw mismo yung nagra-run ng business. Okay? The term stocks and also equities are often used interchangeably since medyo magkapareho yung kanilang definition or synonymous sila. At the same time, individuals and institutions own stocks of company with the expectation of growth, no, or mag-i-increase yung kanyang stock price and also earn dividend income. At the same time, yung stocks natin, they can also be bought and sold in stock exchanges. Okay? Now, due to short-term volatility of stocks or yung paggalaw no, nung kanyang stock price, it is best to use investable funds and have a long-term perspective. Okay? So later, I will show you ano nga ba yung benefits of long-term investing, especially when it comes to stock market. Okay? Now, as an investor, we are putting money in the principal drivers of the economy. Okay, so later, baka ngayon medyo alien pa yung mga terms, no? But later, hopefully, we get to understand yung mga terms and also we are the same page when it comes to understanding stock market. Okay? Now, usually ito yung pinaka-common, no? Most frequently asked questions of would-be investors is why do companies issue stocks? Okay, so bakit nga ba? What's in it for them, no? They issue stocks to raise capital from the public investors to fund business operations. Okay, so ano yung mga business operations na kailangan ng funding? For example, expansion of facilities. For example, number of stores, gusto nilang dagdagan. So currently right now, baka meron silang mga 50 stores and then they're planning the future na magpa-expand ba, dagdagan ba ng 20 stores sa Luzon or another 5 ba dito sa Mindanao or even outside of the Philippines, okay? Or even entering new markets. At the same time, if they would like to introduce new products sa market, they might also be needing enough funding for that venture. So at the same time, companies might also need more funds no to pay off some of their utang or debt. Okay? Now, similar to taking a slice of pizza, for those dito ng mga foodies, no? Or for example, may mga big part of food, for example, palabok ba yan or biko pa yan, kung saan kukuha ka ng sarili mong portions. For example, pizza, taking a slice of pizza, private companies take a portion of business and divide it into number of stocks. Okay? Then they offer this to the public at a certain price per stock. For example, sabihin natin 100 pesos per share ba yan? When a company does this for the first time, we call this initial public offering or tinatawag natin na IPO. So companies prefer to issue stocks if they're able to raise more capital than borrowing money. So excuse me lang po. Ayan, so sorry po. Medyo inuubo lang po ng konti. Ayan, so again, no, companies prefer to issue stocks if they're able to raise more capital than borrowing money. Okay, so kapag nagbaborrow ka ng money sa mga banks or financial institutions, nagbabayad ka ng interest, kailangan po ibalik yung kanyang principal. So unlike kasi for raising capital from the IPO, mas lesser po yung kanyang processing, lesser din yung kanyang cost. Okay, so the trade-off lang po natin dito is that they have to share po yung piece ng kanilang company and also abide with the financial and legal regulations of the SEC or the Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay, so not only SEC, there are other regulatory bodies for stocks. For example, the Philippine Stock Exchange, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. We also have the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Okay, so for your reference po, in 2024 last year, the PSE recorded only 3 listings of the out of the projected 6 dapat, no? So the companies that went public last year were on your screens is we have the Citicorp Renewable Energy Corporation, we also have the Next Gen Energy Corporation, and Oceana Gold Philippines Incorporation. So, for last year, tatlo lang po ang nag-IPO. Okay? Now, sa initial public offering naman, ang stock ay magiging publicly listed na sa Philippine Stock Exchange. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na secondary market. Okay? So, it comprises or binubuo po ng mga buyers and also sellers of the stock. Okay? So, Yung bumili sa IPO, pwede nila ibenta yung kanilang stocks sa presyo na gusto nila. Tawag nila dito ay ask price. Okay, so excuse me lang po. Yan. Okay, so hopefully we can continue forward, no? So sorry for the short, very short lang po na interruption. Okay? Now, so basically for the secondary market, no, it comprises yung buyers and also sellers of the stocks. Okay, so for those na bumili sa IPO, pwede na lang ibenta yung kanilang mga stocks sa presyo na gusto nila. Tawag natin dito ay as price. Okay, so baka later, baka ngayon medyo magulo pa siya ng konti, but later I will give you an example. Okay? Now, for those naman na interested po to buy those shares, no, na may nagbebenta, pwede nila i-bid para sa mga stocks na gusto nilang bilhin. Tawag natin dito ay bid price. Okay, so as a licensed trading participant in the PSE or the Philippine Stock Exchange, yung role po ng First Metro Securities is to make it easy for our clients to buy or sell, during the secondary market. Kasi because we do have that online platform that you can check sa ating website, and at the same time yung ating mobile app for those na gusto nila mag-check sa kanilang portfolio on the go, whether you are on the road or kapag wala tayong mga access sa ating mga bigger devices. Okay? And so in anyways, if you do have questions na hindi ko po na-cover during the presentation, feel free po to ask in the Q&A. Okay? Ayan, so let me just show you some of the things that you might want to be familiarized, no, when it comes to stock market is yung tinatawag natin na trading schedule, okay? So kapag bibili ka ng stocks or magsisell, hindi siya basta-basta na automatic makaka-buy ka or sell, no? Meron po tayong fina-follow na trading schedule, okay? Now, here is the PSE's regular trading hours. The market pre-opens at 9 a.m. in the morning. You can post orders until it opens 9:30 a.m. And yung modifications natin dito and cancellations are only allowed lang po 9:15. Okay, so when the morning session starts, so basically 9 to 3 p.m. ng hapon, but you can post, buy, and also sell orders. Okay, so no need to complicate naman po. During our platform, you can actually see, no, kung saan na tayo sa trading schedule sa ating platform. Okay, so para hindi tayo medyo nalilito kapag medyo tayo or kapag meron tayong mga certain errors, no, kapag magpo-post tayo. Usually may magpa-prompt up yan na, for example, your orders will be accepted, but check natin kailan ba mag-reflect or kailan ba siya ma-accept yung orders. Okay? Stocks transaction here, no? For example, um, okay. Ayan. So, medyo unstable ang ating connection. Ayan. So, in this example, like for, may nakikita tayong symbols na MBT or even numbers like 66.00. We do have 1,360. So, ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng mga symbols and also numbers na ito, no? So, first, yung stock symbol ng stock tulad ng for example MBT nakikita nyo sa screen, no? Kung saan short ticker or term siya for Metropolitan Bank and Trust Company. Okay, so second is the stock price, kung saan magkasundo po yung buyers and also sellers para i-trade stock. Okay? Third is ang overall or the total number of shares. Now, to summarize this ticker, no, is that the information says in the ticker tape that there is 1,360 shares of Metrobank was traded at 66 pesos per share. Okay, now let me involve you guys para you get to learn as well. Now, check natin if naintindihan natin yung ating ticker tape. No, I have prepared a sample ticker tape with the details. You can put your answers po sa ating chat box. Okay, first question. At what price did URC or Universal Rubina trade? Ano po yung answer natin dito sa first question? At what price did URC trade? Okay, kindly put in sa ating chat box po. And so slowly the answers are coming in. Okay. Ayan. So I think majority of you got the correct answers. We received answers from Miss Jenalyn. Hi, good morning po. We also have Neil. Good morning po. So the correct answer is 143.10. Okay. Next question, how many shares of LTG was traded at 9.54 pesos? Again, how many shares of LTG was traded at 9.54 pesos? Okay? Yan. Let me just check. Okay, majority of you, wala akong nakikitang wrong answers. We've got answers from Sir Arnick. We also have Neilco, Miss Aura. We also have Sir Homer. So tama po, the correct answer is 3,000 shares. Okay? Yan. So, last question po. I think na-understand na natin yung ticker tape. Very last question na lang. What stock traded at 1.46 pesos? Okay. We also have Miss Teresa answered SPNEC. We have Sir Homer SPNEC as well. Okay. Now, the correct answer is SPNEC. Yan. So, thank you for the participants. Now, so after learning that, no, this begs the questions, ano nga ba yung minimum number of shares that you can buy? Okay, so is it a standard ba na ganito lang dapat for all the stocks or may mga specific tayong number na fina-follow? Okay? Ayan. So, this brings us to the discussion of tinatawag natin na board lot. Okay, so board lot, this is the number of shares that you can buy for a specific price range. So again, hindi po magkapareho yung minimum number of shares, okay, that you can buy for different stocks. Okay, nakadepende siya for a specific price range. So for the board lot, this is available naman po sa PSE and also in our platform. Okay, para hindi tayo mahirapan, no? Now, dito din natin malalaman kung magkano yung kakailanganan natin para mag-invest sa stock ng isang company. Okay? Now, for better appreciation, no, let's look at this closing prices as of April 11. That's kahapon po, no? First is we do have pure gold traded at 28.45 pesos. So it's between 5 to 49.95 pesos already. And the minimum number of shares that can be traded are 100 and increments thereof. Okay, so 100, 200, 300. In this case, you need around 2,845 pesos to start investing in P-Gold. Okay. Now, second is SM Investments traded at 800 pesos. So it's between 50 to 999.5 pesos. So the minimum number of shares that can be traded are 10 and increments thereof. So in this case, you need around a minimum of 8,000 to invest in SM. Okay? Now, lastly, for those na mga stocks na medyo pricey ng konti, no? So it's already greater than 1,000 yung PLDT. So yung price is So the PLDT traded at 1,265, so greater than. So ayun. So let's continue with PLDT. For PLDT po, ticker code is the TEL or TEL. So yesterday po closing niya na. Okay, sorry for that one. Medyo makatilan o konti yung ating throat. Okay. Okay, for stocks na medyo pricey na siya, no? So this one greater than 1,000. So yung PLDT natin is 1,265 pesos. So the minimum number of shares that can be traded are 5 na lang po. So kung mapapansin nyo, kapag medyo mataas yung kanyang stock price, mas bumababa po yung kanyang minimum number of shares. So basically, yung nakukuha natin dito, you also don't need to have a lot of money, to start investing in the stock market. Okay? Now, yeah, so how can we earn about the stock market? No, let's talk about the simple ways to make money from stocks without any complicated na stuff. So I'll try to make it simple, no, na medyo hindi tayo mahirapan. And at the same time, we remember this when it comes to trading na talaga with the stock. So number one, pinaka-common natin is the buy low and sell high. So first rule natin, bilhin mo siya ng cheap. And then when the stock price goes up, you sell it. So imagine kung for example, nasa grocery ka, mahilig ka bumili ng mga gamit. At the same time, you enjoy looking at those mga groceries na naka-sale or naka-bundle siya, mas mura siya. And then you grab those items and then kapag medyo mataas na yung presyo, pwede mo siyang ibenta. Okay, so at the same time, meron din tayong tinatawag na dividends. Okay, so some companies share profits, like for example, you get paid regularly. So sometimes yung dividends natin, may mga companies na nagbibigay quarterly, semi-annually. It really depends on the company, no? So basically, not all companies then nagbibigay ng dividends. So be sure to look into those stocks na nagbibigay ng dividends. In our platform, you get to look actually yung kanyang history of dividends para for those na hindi nila alam if nagbibigay ba to ng dividends or hindi. Okay? Now, we also have the term reinvest profits, no? So once mag-earn na kasi yung ating stocks, no? For example, dividends ba yan or tumaas ang kanyang presyo and then nabenta mo, kumita ka, you can actually reinvest yung profits mo. You grow your money faster by reinvesting. So instead of cashing out or buying more stocks, it's like planting more money trees. Now, yung dividends natin, if paid out regularly by stable companies, dividends can be a good source of income. So again, no, some companies have a dividend policy which indicates ilang percentage of their net income to be given as dividends. Okay, so there are actually hundreds of publicly listed companies here in the Philippines sa ating local stock market that we can choose from. But what are the types of stocks, no? Para at least we get to distinguish ano nga yung mga stocks na available. Okay? Ayan. So first is we have the preferred stocks. So they pay fixed dividends based on their issue price. Usually their dividend yields are medyo higher ng konti than what you can get from the common stocks. Okay? Now, at the same time, they also have the potential to increase in price because they are traded on the secondary market. Okay? Now, for better appreciation, let's look at a example of a preferred share. This is Ayala Corporation's Class B Series 3 preferred stock. So maybe for those na may mga brokerage account na or baka may mga investment na with the Ayala na preferred stock, ticker symbol niya to is ACPB3. So issue price niya, yung first lumabas is 2,000 pesos with a yield rate of 6.05%. So as of this is April 4 na data, the market price is still at 2,000. But you do get that yield of 6.05%. Okay? And so yung sinabi ko kanina na common stocks naman, ito yung second type niya. So unlike the preferred stocks na nagbibigay ng fixed dividends, yung dividends naman for the common stocks can vary, okay? Or depende siya sa profitability ng isang kumpanya, the decision of the board of directors as well, okay? So please do note, no, some companies do not give dividends. So if you want stable dividends, you can get them from the preferred shares or some of the common stocks na meron pong dividends as well. So if you're aiming for the long-term gains, common stocks have a bigger potential. Okay? Now, for the common stocks po, meron po tayong example. We have the URC or the Universal Robina. Closed yesterday at 71.90, trailing 12 months dividend share. Was able to give 5.80 pesos per share. So automatic yan. Na for example, you do have 100 shares of URC, 5.80 per share ng dividend ang pwede mong makuha. Okay? Trailing dividend yield naman niya is 8.07%. So this is as of April 11 and then payment frequency is twice a year. Okay? And so, another example, para kita natin yung characteristics of both common stocks and also preferred stocks. Now, we do have Meralco's historical performance from 2017 to the present. Okay? Now, you can clearly see here, no, yung kanyang paggalaw na stock price. So, it's not the same na paakyat lahat. It's not the same na pababa lahat. So, there are times that it trends higher. You can profit here when you buy it low, meaning nabili mo siya ng mura and then kapag tumaas ang price, pwede mo ibenta. That's how you make money investing. There are also periods that it trends lower. There are times that you should avoid the stock during this time or you take it as opportunity to buy it at a cheaper price. Okay? So, despite the price fluctuation, no, Meralco has given dividends through the years. For example, 2017, they were able to give 18.225 per share. And then last year, mas higher na siya from 2023, 21.53 per share. Okay? Ayan. So, we also have another type of stock, no? Yung tinatawag natin na REITs. I think for medyo di naman siya super trendy, pero parati siya nababanggit for those investors or mga new po sa stock market because of a specific feature ng REITs. Okay, so basically your REITs natin is a short term for real estate investment trust companies. Okay, so let's first understand muna ano nga ba yung mga real estate investment trust companies or REITs, no? So basically, REITs are companies that are duly registered pa rin with the Securities and Exchange Commission and publicly listed and traded pa rin dito sa PSE. Okay, so REITs are basically exist to own revenue generating real assets. Okay, so a REITs company revenue generating real assets can be offices, mga rental offices, commercial centers, hotels, resorts, or even energy producing projects. Okay, now through the REITs company fund or property managers, the REIT company collects revenue and is required by the REIT law, RA 9856, no, to distribute 90% of its annual distributable income to its shareholders. Okay, one of the good features po of the REITs, no? Because of this unique feature, REITs can be a good source of passive dividend income for your diversified investment portfolio. Okay, now let me give you a example of a REIT company, no? So we do have a REIT traded at 38.95 pesos. This is yesterday po. IPO price niya is around 27 pesos pa lang. So right now, trailing 12 months dividend yield is 5.85%. Okay? So this is as of April 11 naman po. Now, for the REITs kasi, dividends per share and also the share price may grow as a result of more revenue generating real assets that are being deposited po or ini-inject doon sa portfolio. At the same time, yung mga rental fees tumataas din. So this may be included in the lease contracts. It is with us, the tenant. So basically, your REITs natin have an attractive income generating security with long-term growth potential. Kaya siya medyo magandang stock to own as well. And also, it's also trendy with the investors. Yeah, so let's look at the historical performance of a REIT, no, from IPO up to the present. Okay, so you can see here, magalaw pa rin yung kanyang stock price at the same time nagbibigay din siya ng dividend. So 2024, it was around 2.25 per share. Okay. So including the REITs, no, we have a couple of hundred stocks to choose from, but in order to get the general idea or the general sentiment, no, of the market, the Philippine Stock Exchange periodically selects 30 to be part of the composite index. Okay, so this is like, for example, barometer or a benchmark of the Philippine stock market's overall performance. So these are the components of the index. So this is as of April naman po. These are the PSEI member na stocks. So, maybe nandito yung mga favorite nyo na mga, for example, banking na company or for example, food industry. Baka nandito yung favorite nyo na fast food. Or, for example, may iniinom kayo na favorite na beverage ba yan? Or hard liquor. Baka nandito din siya. Or some of the products na you are using still since bata pa kayo. Okay? Now, basically, yung ating PSE, Philippine Stock Exchange, no, it conducts semi-annual review of the index components based on different factors. For example, liquidity, free float level. Let's not dive into those, no? Medyo deep na yon, but the best part 1, 2, 3, it covers that aspect. So basically, these metrics, no, they can increase and also decrease the individual weights and pwede silang mag-delete or add ng stocks from the PSEI na index. Okay, so basically, yung nakikita nyo dito na company sa top 30, this will be in, parang hindi siya magiging permanent member of the PSEI na composite index. So it really depends on those metrics if pasok pa sila. Okay? Ayan. At the same time, they're also called blue chip na stocks. Okay, so tinatawag natin na blue chip na stocks, no? Maybe na-observe natin ng konti. They share the following qualities. Number 1, good brand recall. For example, one look mo lang sa isang logo, alam mo na ano yan na company, ano yan sa na food industry. Okay? For example, yung face ni Jollibee, alam mo na agad, it's a fast food chain, food industry siya. So, we're already familiar of their respective businesses. At the same time, number 2, they have a good demand for their products and services. For example, you are probably using or avid customer ka na isang client already. Maybe your shampoo, yung sabon natin, yung drinks natin, or some ingredients sa ating mga groceries or mga panluto baka ginagamit na natin. Hindi lang tayo aware, no? So, consequently, they have gained enough traction and captured a dominant market share in their respective industries. Okay? At the same time, they also have been historically proven to weather economic downturns because of their strong balance sheets. For one good example for this one, yung recent of COVID-19, maybe napapansin natin, some companies nag-survive pa rin that are still running until now. Medyo masaklap lang, may mga companies na they're still negative up until now. So medyo slow yung recovery or hindi pa nakakabawi. Okay, so this level of stability can further help them maintain their long-term growth prospects and share portion of their profits with investors through yung tinatawag natin kanina na dividends. Okay? Ayan. We are actually at the last part of our session, no? Out of all our options, how do we choose good stocks to buy? Okay, now, if you are a long-term investor, no, who can accept moderate risk and short-term losses for potentially higher returns over time, you may research on companies by looking at their, for example, financial statements, balance sheets, to pick stocks individually using the top-down approach. Okay, so it may be parang medyo mahirap sa'yo at first, but we do have supplemental webinars naman to cover you or to prepare you for that. If sa tingin you are not prepared pa, it's better to research more, no, than entering something na hindi ka pa familiar. Okay, we're just basically here to guide you, but at the same time, to supply you with this knowledge as well. Okay? Yan. Number one is to study the economic condition of the country. Second is the select industries that could grow in such environment. And third is we analyze the companies under that industry. So I'm just giving you the basic lang po na approach on this one. So again, yung for those deep dive the sessions for this is you can check out the best part 1, part 2, part 3. Naka-upload naman po sa aming YouTube channel, but those live, maybe we can do that on the second half of the year. So please stay tuned naman din for that mga updates naman po. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so basically sa economic analysis, no, investors look at the country's overall economic outlook first to really understand the viability of investment growth. Okay, so basically, maganda ba mag-invest sa Philippines, okay? Or dito sana, dito na economy. Okay, so here are some economic indicators that are closely followed. Okay? Now, one example is the GDP or the gross domestic product broadly measures yung overall production of a country, and investors are mostly interested in its growth over a certain period of time. At the same time, yung meron tayong tinatawag na robust economy kung saan it needs a strong labor force to keep it running. So the investors are also looking at the employment and the unemployment levels. Okay? Ayan. So there are times then, for example, COVID-19 sometimes take us by surprise, no, and throw us yung mga challenges or curveballs in a form of black swan events. Okay? At the same time, we want to be nimble enough or prepared, no, to avoid them or to face them or to swerve them and also avoid big losses. However, should it present opportunity, we must also be confident enough to hit them for a home run. Okay, so it really depends on your strategy. For example, for Black Swan, again, is the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay? Yeah. So after looking at the overall economic and condition, investors dig deeper by looking into industries or sectors naman that can potentially grow faster. Okay? Ayan. So basically for industry analysis, no, investors classify industries or sectors naman according to their sensitivity to different stages of the business and economic cycles. Okay? Now, looking at your left side, cyclical naman na industries are naturally dependent on them and tends to perform better during the cycle upturn. So for example, real estate na sectors, financials, and consumer discretionary. Okay? Now, baliktad naman si defensive industries because they do have relatively stable demand for its products and services. Now, one example for defensive industries, no, kung saan they are not unaffected by different stages. Okay? Because usually ang taas ng demand or need for that industry. For example, utilities because kailangan natin ng water, ng light, kailangan natin ng internet. We also have the healthcare. Kailangan natin ng hospitals. For example, may mga parents tayo na continuous yung kailangan nilang support. Or kapag may emergency tayo, saan tayo tatakbo? Di ba? Doon tayo sa mga healthcare industries. We also have the consumer staples, yung mga groceries natin in order for us to survive. Okay? So basically, meron na tayong idea of a defensive industry. Now, dig deeper naman tayo ng konti. Finally, investors analyze the companies under those industries with growth potential. So here are the essential factors to look into. Basically, hindi lang po tayo magdi-deep na deeper, no? Yung mga nasa surface level lang. First is know the company's business model. Basically, we need to understand paano ba nagge-generate yung company na yan. Paano ba nagge-generate ng revenue, cost, pricing, as most professional would say, no? Hindi tayo dapat mag-invest in something that you do not understand. Okay? Yun ang dapat natin ma-remember. Number two, get to know the management. It is good to know their background, reputation, as they will be running and directing the business. Usually, we get to see that mga sa mga news or may mga disclosure ba or some of the articles na nakikita natin. Okay? Then it pays to look at the company's valuation. So this will help you determine what are the good and bad stocks among the peers, no? So itatawag natin na valuation metrics. Okay, some examples lang, price to earnings, price to book, dividend yield. Again, this will be covered po sa best part 1, part 2, and also part 3. Okay? So it's also good to know how the company performed in the recent years. For example, yung trend ng kanyang company's revenue. So for example, last quarter, bababa ba yung or mataas ba yung kanyang revenue, the production cost, net income, and lastly, we should know the company's growth prospects. So kailangan natin malaman ano yung plano nila, ano yung kanilang key strategies, and how the company will benefit from the economic and industry events. Okay? Now, in our quest to find opportunities to earn in stocks, no, while handling our responsibilities in life, how First Metro Securities can help. Okay? Now, we'll just show you very short lang how you can actually manage po our trading platform. Ayan. Usually, ito pa yung nakikita natin when we open our trading platform. We get to see the price of the PSEI, the value na last close, and also all of the reports that are published po by our research team. Okay, so this is very important po talaga. We do have reports on specific companies, their target prices. For example, you are looking at the, ano ba yung recent dito na trader na company report? We have the RL Commercial REIT if you are into that stock. We also have the Jollibee Foods Corporation. So basically, these reports will really help you have the idea if okay ba to invest in this company. May more insights pa, especially if you're owning that stock right now. And also, we do have the stock screen kung saan monthly po meron po tayong mga stock picks na nakalagay doon on 3 different investor styles naman po. So again, these are just mga recommendations and also reports na ginawa ng research team natin. Usually kasi sila yung may mga knowledge and also the basic fundamental na mga studies on that, and they get to also talk to the management of those companies. Okay? Now, all of our available lang po 24/7 and for free to all our First Metrosec client. So once you open an account with us, automatic po, may access po kayo dito sa mga reports po na ito. Okay? Ayan. Next one. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko about the long-term investing. No? So if you plan to invest long-term in stock market, here's how it fluctuated and performed. So there are years talaga that the stock market is positive, meaning tumaas yung kanyang presyo. Sometimes the negative or little to no change at all. So historically, from the end of 1987 to 2021, there were more years that the market gave positive return. So, yung total growth there is 775.9%, while the compound annual growth rate of the PSEI is around 6.59%. Okay? So, what if you are not yet confident in picking stocks, no individual stocks, but you are confident that the Philippine stock market will continue grow over the long term, or for example, medyo busy yung lifestyle natin, you don't have the time to monitor your stock portfolio, or at the same time, you can tolerate short-term fluctuations, you might also consider po just to track the performance of the PSEI by investing regularly. So, instead of buying 30 PSEI stocks, so medyo madami yun, di ba? And monitoring them individually, you can simply buy the First Metro Philippine Equity Exchange Traded Fund or the FMETF. So basically, FMETF natin is like a mutual fund, but it trades like a stock. Okay, so it tracks the performance of the PSEI. So as of April 11, it was trading at around 99.30 pesos per share. So you only need around 996 pesos to start investing in FM ETF. So as you can see here, nafa-follow niya yung track ng PSEI. Okay? Yan. So as we approach the end of our session, in summary, madami tayong na-cover ng konti. We do cover that stock market is owning a piece of publicly listed businesses. Company issues stocks to raise capital, no? And also price appreciation and dividends as a way of earning through the stocks. And at the same time, top-down approach and the use of First Metrosec research reports. Yeah, so but before we move on to the Q&A at this time, I'd like to take this opportunity to share a couple things lang po on behalf of First Metro Security. So again, should you decide po to invest for the future, would like to let you know First Metro Securities, kailangan na po ng one account for all your investment needs, meaning you can invest in other investment vehicles aside from stocks. So we do have the FMETF, yung sinabi ko kanina, mutual funds from our FundSmart partners. We have the corporate bonds and government bonds, and also the REITs, yung mga sample, for example, A-REIT or C-REIT ba yan. You can invest using our trading platform, and you can actually check out your portfolio using the desktop, laptop, tablets, or even your mobile phones. Okay? And at the same time, for those who want to open an account with us, you can download po the First Metrosec Go mobile app. And then all of our account opening requirements and also the processes is online na po lahat. Okay? Now, kailangan ng valid ID, proof of address that is necessarily under your name, proof of settlement bank account, 3 specimen signatures, and also a minimum of at 1,000 po to open an account. So, at the same time, we'd like to also kindly use po the seminar code Stock Market 101 para alam po namin that you came from this webinar. At the same time, we can do the faster processing of your account opening application. So, if hindi din po mobile app, meron din po kaming website, that's www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. You can also open an account for that one. You can open account individual interest for those po na gusto mag-open account for their kids or under 18 years old. We do also have joint accounts for your family members as well. Okay? Ayan. So for those who want fresh eyes po for their portfolio or need po ng portfolio review, kindly book po through the QR code, you will be redirected po sa Calendly, and then just choose lang po yung ating schedule from there. Okay? And also invite us for a free FinEd. So again, so first part of this session, we've been conducting financial literacy for the students. We do have the company employees, or for example, for your friends or a bigger group. You can scan the QR code po. We can schedule you para we can conduct naman po a free free financial literacy session for your organization. So kindly scan na lang po or send a email sa ating market education at First Metro Sector for your company naman po. And for every award po is a tribute to the trust that our clients place in us. And for that, we're deeply grateful. First Metro Securities, along with its employees, is profoundly thankful for this recognition. And as a broker, and also for our trading platform, these awards are yours, our valued clients naman po. And lastly, for those who want to have market updates or maybe news about our recent naman po na mga webinars, kindly send na lang po or scan the QR code para you get directed saan po yung aming mga communities. We do have communities sa Facebook, Viber. We get to update our clients sa mga market updates, some news about our platform, mga upgrades namin, or for example, kailan ba yung mga next na webinar. And also, we do have Audible sa ating Spotify for those, for example, may ginagawa kayo, naglalaba kayo, and then you want to hear some market updates on specific companies, you can actually check out our Spotify. Search na po natin at First MetroSec. And also, we have Twitter, YouTube for specially recorded webinars, and also short videos about investing sa TikTok. No dancing na lang po. More about investing. And also LinkedIn as well. And also lastly, before the Q&A, we do have April monthly events for this month. So we started off actually with the advanced level sessions, yung tinatawag natin na GIF learning series, kung saan you get to learn fundamental analysis, technical analysis. So again, for the GIF, these are paid webinars. You can actually check our website, no, para you can book there if you want to have this in-depth na talaga na session. So this is handled by our market education consultant, Sir Aaron Sai. Okay? And then we do have some sessions on treasury bills for those who have interest in investing in government securities. And right now, yung ating navigation as well, no nangyari April 10, how to navigate our platform, and also for the pro as well. And then right now is yung stock market 101. So the rest of the April, we do have some sessions sa gift pa rin. And then summer goals, investing for your dreams. No, we have April 22, and lastly is April 24. Ito magandang session siya. This is exclusive po for our first MetroSec clients. How to decode the investor mind. So how to overcome behavioral biases. Okay? Ayan. So you can register naman po through bit.ly/April 2025 events. Okay? Or you can take a screenshot of this one. Ayan. So Q&A na pa tayo. Let me just check with the Q&A if may questions po pa. So again, sorry po if may mga konting interruptions po dahil sa medyo makating lalabon. So please stay healthy, everyone. And so meron tayong first question. May mga list po ba of the stocks that offer dividends? So currently right now we don't have one parang list, but we usually have parang release na marketing materials of those stocks that have fixed dividends na release. So usually you get to see that sa ating mga Facebook and Viber communities, and also sa aming official page po sa Facebook at First MetroSec. At the same time, for those po mag-open ng account, you can actually check out yung kanyang dividend history sa ating platform. Okay, so if may for example, JFC, makikita niyo po yung kanyang dividends as well. And also in disclosure of how much or certain percentage na kaya niyang ibigay. Okay, for the pro account, let me just double check po para I can give you specific na account. Okay, for the pro naman po, this is open for all na clients, but may specific lang po siya na requirement. So, trade a cumulative amount of at least 100,000 buying or selling po of the stocks within a month, or pwede tayong mag-maintain ng mutual fund or stock portfolio at least 200,000. Okay? Now, so the pro access naman natin is valid po for 1 month and automatically renewed naman po kapag nami-meet po yung criteria. And for those na, for example, feeling nyo na meet nyo na yung criteria but you don't know how to start the pro, you can actually email me. You can see on your screens either ang pattern at firstmetrosec.com.ph or customer service at firstmetrosec.com.ph para we get to guide you on how to navigate pro or qualify you as well. Okay? We just double check if meron po dito sa Q&A. And we also have another one. What is considered a good minimum dividend yield if goal is dividend investing? So actually for this one, actually maganda na yung 6% or 5% and up as long as it covers po yung if you're familiar po with inflation, yung pagtaas and also pagtaas po ng mga prices ng products and services. When it comes to stock market investing kasi we want to beat din yung tinatawag natin na inflation. That's why we invest for the long run. So for dividend, maganda na po yung 5% and also up po. For this one, you can check naman po yung dividend yield niya sa ating platform for specific stocks po. Ayan. Okay, so I think wala na tayong questions. But anyways, if you do have more questions, kindly email na lang po directly at iDirhampatton@firstmetrosec.com.ph. Okay, so that sums up our webinar. Again, very sorry po kapag may mga interruptions po dahil po sa medyo Makati lang lalamunan. Okay, so thank you so much for all your questions. Again, to also your patience no of staying with me and also here sa ating webinar. I will not keeping you long pod because this is a Saturday. Baka may mga lakad pa kayo, no? Small favor na lang, guys, no? To all our attendees, we also value your feedback. You can share your thoughts and experiences with us by scanning the QR code and answering the feedback survey. Our chat moderator is nag-send din ng form link para for those na hindi po makascan ng QR code. You can also click that link as well. Your input is essential in helping us improve our services and better meet your needs. We appreciate your contribution. Nakikita po namin yung mga feedback results ninyo and we try to implement those positive changes based on your valuable feedback. While you are answering the feedback survey to formally close this session, no, I hope ma-maximize na natin yung ating mga finances, lalo na if para ito sa ating personal growth, if you want to diversify, no, or if you want to look into investment vehicles that will give you more potential returns, but at the same time, again, for stock market investing, there will be no guaranteed returns naman. So it really depends on the market volatility and also the other factors that can affect as well. Okay, so be sure to also diversify para at least ma-reduce po natin yung risk. So there you have it. Thank you also to everyone who attended this morning. We sincerely hope that you learned a lot and that these insights and lessons will make your investment journey not just more profitable, but also more enjoyable. Di tayo nasi-stress, no? So we hope to see you again in our future learning events because over here at First Metro Securities, we put your future first. Have a great day, everyone. Have a happy weekend po. Keep safe, keep healthy. And also, this has been your host, your speaker, Tara, and also the chat moderator assisting us today. We also have Tim. Thank you, everyone. Keep safe po. Bye-bye.